Hey, what do you say, my fellow weekend warriors? Today we're doing a barbecue pork tower in my vertical pellet smoker. Now today I'm using these pellets here from Weber. It's the Grill Master blend, which has maple, hickory, and cherry. And here's one thing I love, and you don't see it a lot on these pellet manufacturers. They're telling you the percentages. So 34% maple, 33% hickory, 33% cherry, so we know exactly what's in there. And I've got my pellet smoker set to 275 degrees Fahrenheit today, 275 degrees Fahrenheit. And this is a 7.5 pound pork butt that we're gonna slice up in just a second. I've got 2 potatoes. I'm gonna show you what that's for in a little bit. Some skewers, use your favorite barbecue rubs. And if you're new here, welcome to the Weekend Warrior Barbecue channel. My name's Mike. Let's get right into it. And looking at the pork butt, depending on the one you gotta remember there's the big shoulder blade in here, depending on where they cut it. So we are gonna have to trim around that, but just be mindful of where that is. And with that in mind, I'm gonna start on this side here, and I wanna cut about 1 inch thick slices. 3/4 inch to 1 inch would be fine. So you're gonna kinda cut them into what will be like a thinner pork chop. Give you a better look. So this is kind of what you're going for. All right. I'll cut a few more for you. And having a nice sharp knife makes all the difference in the world. All right, that's what we're gonna do through this whole thing. Then I'll come back when we get to the blade. And so now I've come right up to the edge of this shoulder blade bone. And I'm no butcher, but I'm gonna get in here and feel how deep that goes. So I found this edge right here. Got a smaller, sharper knife. And I'm just gonna come in and trim around and pull back until I can feel that edge. And then I'm just gonna come in very carefully here and trim this away. Pulling back until I reach the end of that bone. And now that I can kind of feel it, take my knife down and in, just run it along. And then same thing on this bottom side. Just let the knife go along the bone. And now I've got it to the point where I'm holding almost the whole bone. And I'm just gonna go down. And whatever meat stays on the bone is gonna stay on. This is something probably while this is in the smoker, I'll take this and make a little pork stock out of it. Some good hunks of meat on there. Good flavor for a soup stock. So don't throw that out. And now that we got that out of the way, we can finish slicing this up. Just pick up right where you left off. Different knife. And once you get it all sliced up, you should have this huge mountain of meat. Okay, the slices were better before I took the bone out, but that's just because when the bone came out, you know, there was a big hole. But that doesn't matter, you'll see why. So now what you gotta do is season all of this. I'm going with 2 of my favorites. So this is Heath Rile's garlic jalapeno. So get some good savory flavor here, a little bit of spice. Get that on there. And then a little bit of Shigs and Pit. And as usual, it's very windy. So half of my rub ends up going down onto the driveway, and then we're just gonna go through and make sure everything gets seasoned on both sides. One of the benefits to doing this, as opposed to just smoking it as a whole butt, is look at all this extra surface area to get your favorite rubs on. And we're gonna pick up more smoke. More surface area means more smoke flavor. Okay, so it's all seasoned and sliced up. We just have 1 or 2 more steps to get this in the smoker. So right now you need 2 potatoes, and we just need to make one side flat. So I'm just gonna cut just a flat edge off of here. Just like that, so it sits flat. We do that to 2 of them. And the next thing we're gonna do is wrap it in foil. The reason we're gonna wrap it in foil is to keep all the juice off of it. We don't want this to turn to mush and then have our tower fall over. So wrap it in foil. And then you're gonna take a wood skewer, you know, the kind you'd use for kebabs. And you're gonna go right in the center of both. Okay, now we've got a nice sturdy base with our 2 skewers. Then what you're gonna do is get an aluminum pan. I've got mine wrapped in foil to help with cleanup. And then I've got this little tray here. All that juice should go down and collect in there, keep my smoker clean. And now we get to build our tower. So take your meat. I like to start with the slices we cut first. They're more uniform. And you'll take your first side and put it on, and then your second side. What you want to try and avoid as these go down, it'll have a tendency to pull together like that, like a teepee. You don't want that. So space your potatoes however you got to do it. Bring it down. Just drape that first guy over. Now for the second one, we're just going to offset it a little bit. So what I mean by that is we're going to angle it so they're not laying flat on top of each other. And I'm just going to keep going round and round until we get it. This one I'll go the complete opposite direction. All right, and I'll come back when we get close to finishing it up. And voila, there is our pork tower. Look at all that. All that seasoning made its way through that meat. I got all my thin strips up at the top, thick ones down at the bottom. Very nice. And so this is gonna go right into the smoker. And we're going at 275 degrees Fahrenheit in case you missed it earlier. And I'm gonna go right on this center rack right here. Look at that, beautiful. Let me get this door closed. And I'm gonna let this go. I'm not gonna do anything to it for at least the next 3 or 4 hours. Then I'm gonna come back and check on it. We'll check the internal temperature and then move on to the next step. All right, we're coming up on about the 4.5, almost 5 hour mark. I got a little busy, but that's okay. Let's get this door open, see if she's still standing. Woo, look at that. Wow, that's looking good. Can you guys see that juice dripping down? Look at all the color from these outer pieces. That is a thing of beauty. And what I want to do is get a temperature check. So let me go right down into the center. And we're at 140 right now. So we got a ways to go on this guy. Take that out. Let's give it a little spin. Man, it's looking good. All right, I'm gonna close this door and I'm gonna bump the temperature up now to 300 degrees Fahrenheit. Speed this up a little bit. We'll come back in a couple more hours, see how it's doing. And we just hit the 6.5 hour mark, and I'm gonna get this door open so you guys can get a look. Look at that beauty. That is really cool looking. And we are right now at 76 degrees Celsius or 169 Fahrenheit. My finishing temperature today is going to be 175. I'm gonna get this off to put some barbecue sauce on it, and then we'll put it back in for about 20 minutes. Then we can let it rest, and of course we'll get that couple degree carryover, take us up to 175. 175 is the perfect temperature for slicing pork butt. Normally we take this up around 210 until it was probe tender for pulled pork, but today we're doing sliced pork, and 175 is my favorite temperature for that. So I'm gonna pop this temperature probe out of here, and then we'll go put some barbecue sauce on it. And just use whatever barbecue sauce you like best. I happen to find this Sweet Baby Ray's Hawaiian style. It's got some pineapple in there. This should balance real nice with the spice from our rubs. And we're just gonna go to Drizzle Town here. Drizzle it all over. Let gravity pull it down, and then we'll finish it off with a brush. Man, that's gonna be awesome. So on the outside, the outer edges will be crispy, probably a little dry, but that'll be okay. It's like a real nice bark, lots of good flavor. And I'll make sure I get down into all of these crevices here. Man, this is a work of art. All right, there it is. I got all the sides. And we're gonna go back in just enough to help this sauce set up. Probably about 20 minutes. Pull it out, let it rest. I'm gonna let it rest for about another 20 minutes after that, then we'll come back and slice it up. I cannot wait. And here is our smoked tower of pork in the pellet smoker. 7.5 pound pork butt is what we started with. It took about 7.5 hours to cook, and then about another 20 minutes to rest. That is looking beautiful. And so now there's only one thing left to do, which is to start cutting it up. I'm just grabbing onto the sticks at the top to hold it in place. And I'll just run my knife through, start cutting some slices. It's gonna be awesome. Like I said, the outer pieces will be a little crispy, but that's okay. That's looking really good. Look at that. Pretty awesome cross section. That's what it's supposed to look like. So there we go. I'm gonna build a sandwich. Just got a nice homemade bun here actually. And I'm gonna pile this high with some pork. Get some of those crispy bits. That's looking good. A little bit of grandma's coleslaw. Bam. Put a lid on that. And I have no choice, I gotta cut it in half. It's way too big. There we go. And here we go, gotta get a bite. Now keep in mind, you could do this with pork loin, you could do this with chicken thighs, chicken breast, stack them up just like that. Here we go. That is so good. Perfect temperature, perfect texture, awesome flavor, different way to do a pork butt. And I gotta give credit to Tasty. I watched a video that really inspired me to make this. Check that out right here. And if you like what we're doing over here, hit that subscribe button before you go, and I'll see you over there.